This is a tradition in which silence is a language. And genuine transmission is always done through just nod. It goes beyond any language until we get to the third enlightenment. Please. So, 3 salient contributions of this tradition. Number 1, the awakening of atemporal awareness. Atemporal awareness, the awareness of that which is beyond time and space, and awareness that is beyond time and space. By the way, I have written an essay on this subject at the end of this lecture. Anybody who wants to read my essay with Japanese accent, so no need to take notes actually. Yeah, everything is in there.
In English?
In English. With Japanese accent, I say.
All this?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Thank you.
And it's 2 weeks old, which means what you're getting now is better. So the awakening of a temporal awareness, which transcends the temporal spatial awareness of both the conceptuality-centered and the perceptuality-centered consciousnesses. Normally, in science, you go through this process of extrospection, outward sensory awareness, and introspection, think within. This tradition is transpection. That a temporal awareness is transpection. Trans means to transcend, spect means to look. It is an awareness and a looking observation in which the observer is the observed and is observation. It is easy to say. And actually what I said is really true. Something beyond it. But that's the only way to say it. It is observer is the observed is observation. In the meditation, sometimes you may have experienced this state. The awareness, the awareness or knowledge of the universe as being intelligent with its excitatory intelligence and in its superconscious cognitive intensity. Universe emerges in this atemporal awareness. And the universe that is known in that awareness is identical with the intelligence that knows it. So the universe for spiritually centered consciousness is alive with intelligence. And it is excitedly self-exciting. And it is superconscious. It has superconscious cognitive intensity. This is what energy is. The energy is the intelligence of the universe with this superconscious cognitive intensity. And that universe, that intelligence is utterly open. John Hegel was talking about no boundary. It is the openness itself that opens up continuously. Continuously in the sense of beyond time. Ceaselessly. Some of you have experienced this. The universe is alive with intelligence. The third contribution is awareness or knowledge of the universe as an undivided and indivisible whole wherein there is no separation between the I and the world. I enjoyed John Hegelin's speech yesterday. There's one section I didn't really agree with him. He was talking about the unified field underlying the whole of the so-called physical phenomena, quantum unified field. And he says it is the intelligence of the universe. Actually, it is a confusion of subscendence with transcendence. You will not find intelligence in that way. If I have to say it inaccurately, but at the same time with distinctions, transcendence is beyond that unified field, which stimulate that unified field to make this universe happen. Using Dr. Tiller's model, that intelligence simulate a body, and it stimulates the simulator, and everything happens. So oftentimes people confuse the unified field with consciousness. It is not the case. I hope John is not listening to this tape. That's next. Now, we have reviewed these two contributions from these two traditions. And what we are faced with is the incommensurability between the scientific view and spiritual view. And in its essence, using reductionism in this case to come to the essence of the fundamental differences, these two. So science starts with what is given to the sense awareness, and with the assumption that what is given to the sense awareness is ontologically primary and ultimately real. So what scientists think what is real, what is this stuff. Whereas the spirituality starts with what is given to the spiritual awareness, and the assumption that what is given to the spiritual awareness is ontologically primary and ultimately real. This is a fundamental problem, not a problem, fundamental issue underlying the incommensurability between science and spirituality. So scientists will say spiritual awareness, delusion. Spiritual people will say science, illusion. You hear, Buddha, not Buddha himself, but people who thought they knew what Buddha said. Everything is Maya, everything illusion. He didn't mean that. I say both are real. There's a whole of reality. Difference is only in the intensity of cognitive intensity. So people from the science background know this about Galileo. In order to establish science, he not only established the scientific method, also he extracted particular segment of reality as a field of study. He called this primary qualities, so-called objective, quantifiable aspect of reality, like rate of motion, size, and something like color or smell, which has a participation of the subject, the secondary qualities. And he said science deals with primary qualities only. Something similar to Descartes' matter.